So this is an introduction to X4 Foundations. This is widely assuming that you've never played any of the other X games, so we'll start from scratch. And I'm not going to tell you how to play the game step by step or, kind of hold your hand through the process. This is basically just to give you an introduction to how X4 works on a very basic level and help you understand, like, what do I do? How do I play this game? It's crazy. Look at all these controls. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so you get the point. So you just started X4 up for the first time. Right off the bat, you're probably going to notice that there's not like a real introduction tutorial. You're not riding the wagon in Skyrim. So this game doesn't really have a story mode like you're used to. If you've played Skyrim, you've played Mass Effect, then you're used to games, like that have a storyline that you can kind of follow along and it guides you through the game. And yeah, you can do your own thing, kind of. You're really, you're playing out this character and their virtual life. In X4, it's more of an open sandbox experience. So when you come into X4, it's not going to tell you what to do. It's not going to say, hey, go rescue the princess in the castle, if you know what I'm saying. So how do you play X4? Well, the first thing you probably want to do when you get in the game is hit H and follow along with some of the tutorials. Just kind of play them, get used to flying around and doing the things, complete the trading tutorials, complete some of the docking tutorials. You can actually see that's what I'm doing here is I'm learning how to dock on the platform. Don't worry about like accomplishing anything right off the bat. Just try to work your way through a couple of tutorials. Just fly around. Don't worry about what's going on. Just experiment a little bit. Consider this like your throwaway game, right? That first save game file that you're really not trying to accomplish anything here or impress anybody or set any world records. You're just getting a feel for the game. So fly around a little bit, kind of experience things. Just look at stuff, push buttons, see what they do. Take your time. If you get stuck, open the tutorials and play through something and see, if you're having trouble flying or you're having trouble docking or communicating or upgrading your ship or anything, just kind of open a tutorial, see if there's one on it and play through it. For the rest of the game, it's up to you what you do. So you can choose to become a space pirate and go capture ships or fight space pirates. Or you could be the trader who goes out and forms this huge network of trading ships, upgrading little by little and then building your own stations and producing goods. Or you might decide that instead you kind of want to be maybe something like an officer and you just want to go and fight a particular faction and try to win wars against them. That's the beauty of the X world in particular, is that you don't have necessarily set goals. The real rewarding part of the game is exploration. I mean, fly around the station, scan it when you learn how to do that, and you'll find all kinds of hidden gems and things that you never knew were in the game. As far as the rest of it goes, I mean, there's a lot of things that, if you're not familiar with the X series, are probably going to throw you off. Like, there's illegal goods that you can't trade. You're not on friendly terms with everybody in the game necessarily from the bat, so it's kind of it's kind of a little weird. Why did this guy attack me? How come this illegal good got seized? Don't worry about it too much. Just feel your way through the game, trade a little bit, sell some things, make a few credits, maybe upgrade your ship a little bit. Just take it easy. Don't get overwhelmed by the controls. Just relax, play the game, and realize that you're not behind on the story. You're not doing anything wrong. This game is meant to be explored and played on an individual level. You create your own story for the most part. And that's the beauty of this world, is you can make it as complicated or as simple as you want. You could spend hours just flying around space and just mapping all the sectors. Maybe you're a space cartographer, Or you could become some kind of crazy trading, empire and own half the galaxy or whatever, So just take your time and keep an eye out, because I'm going to be putting out specific tutorials on how to do specific things that aren't really covered by the in-game tutorials. So if you have questions or whatever, go ahead and send those to me right away, and I'll try to get a tutorial up for you, to kind of help you through the game. Anyway, just relax, have fun. X is an amazing game. It just came out. You know, if you're watching this video comes out less than a day or two after the game dropped. So Egosoft has always been really good about patching their games and kind of getting them up and running pretty quick. So if you're experiencing bugs and crashes and things, you know, it's all right. Give Egosoft a couple of days, maybe a week or two, and more than likely they will get it ironed out. So it's not really something you have to worry about, like with some developers in some games where they just release a product and they're like, good luck. No, they'll patch it. Just keep an eye on that, you know, and pretty much the bugs will get worked out in the first couple of weeks. But alright, that's my intro video. I know this isn't really a huge how-to tech video, but I'm hoping that if you haven't played X before, this will kind of help you understand, what do I do? How do I get started? Alright, thanks, and enjoy the game.